It's no secret that after their first theatrical release in 1990, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles underwent a serious decline in quality. Like, serious. However, despite the fact that Turtles content had taken a serious decline since the first film, we still had the first film as a solid foundation for what worked and what didn't when relating to Turtles content. And they could use this solid foundation to set down things like the Turtles' voices and appearances for upcoming Turtle content to make the Turtles more recognizable and, well, better. Despite all of this, they chose to lay back on Turtles content and savour it for special occasions, like a tour.
One of the turtles you like more than the others? I mean, like, is there anything, like, romantic or anything?
Oh, bro, I've been trying to talk her into an interspecies relationships for months now.
And yes, I know that all happened in 1990. It's just it was so funny that I couldn't just not bring it up. We also got the utter disaster that was Ninja Turtles: The Next Mutation. However, in between this and TMNT 3, we got one of the biggest disasters in TMNT history. I'm of course talking about We Wish You a Turtle Christmas.
They're coming. Hey kids, how about helping me sing my favorite Christmas song?
Deck the halls with pepperoni. Fa la 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 la. Mustard, eggplant, and bologna.
We Wish You a Turtle Christmas released in 1994 for VHS, and it was atrocious. It was only like 5 minutes, but when they realized that if they added a bunch of songs they could get it to an extra 20 minutes and get it out on VHS for the money, they did. And yeah, they sure did add a lot of songs. At times they play songs back to back and you genuinely forget there's a narrative because these songs are so long and insufferable. Not to add how they're so repetitive, but they are. Like seriously, there's this one song, I think it's called like Gotta Get a Gift, Gotta Get a Gift, Gotta Get a Gift, Gotta Get a Gift, Gotta Get a Gift for Splinter, where all the turtles do is go out to the streets and you can see the fact that they don't have turtle feet and it's genuinely horrifying, but like there's a bunch of kids playing on like pans and stuff, and then the turtles start singing and all they say is gotta get a gift, gotta get a gift, gotta get a gift, gotta get a gift, gotta get a gift for Splinter so many times. It's stuck in my head and I absolutely hate it.
Baby, gotta get a gift, gotta get a gift, gotta get a gift, gotta get a gift, gotta get a gift for Splinter. How about a...
But back on track to the turtle costumes. They just look horrifying. The first animatronics looked so good, it's sad to see how much they take a dip from then. To be fair, I can't imagine this had much of a budget, but still. I get you want them to look happy for kids, but I hate the fact that they're constantly smiling, making them show zero emotions whatsoever. And you can see exactly where the head is. You can see that you can easily take off the mask. You can see that, and I hate it. I hate it so much. It's not easily connected to the suit, and I hate it. Also, I love how it looks like Leo's just pushing a kid here. That's funny. I hate the way their eyes look. They're not really expressive, I guess, but they're really big and wide, and I don't like their pupils. It's just kind of scary. Also, their masks just look too, like, wide-eyed. They're not really, like, cool and stern like the ones before. They kind of just look like they're silly and focusing on a larger but smaller aged audience. All I can say about these are just that they're not really good. They're trying to go for the same feel for the film, but I just don't like them. Ironically, I think they look much more like the turtles from the tour, so maybe that's what they were going for, seeing as that was in like 1990 and 1991, and this was 1995, but still. Also, here, Mikey turns into an opera singer. No, it wasn't funny.
Again. Oh, little city of New York, whose buildings reach to the sky.
Someone working on this must have had a lot of fun coming up with the concepts, and I can admire how sometimes it does feel like they're trying to expand their creativity with this very small budget, but it just comes across as really annoying at times, how much they just stop for songs and how wacky their ideas are, like making Mikey an opera singer and making Leo Jamaican.
Deck the halls with pepperoni. Fa la 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 la. Mustard, eggplant, and bologna.
You'll ever see is shining there tonight.
Also, I love how here Leo and Raph both try to pick up Mikey, but like he's too heavy and they can't, so they just straight up just give up, and then Mikey continues singing. I think that might have actually been a mistake. I don't think that was in the script. Also, I just realised that they have veins and muscles and it looks horrifying and I don't like it whatsoever. What are those? To speak on the low budget, look at Santa. Like, that suit was straight up bought from Sainsbury's or Asda. Also, it's American. I mean, Walmart or Target. The songs last for so long and are so insufferable, I just realised I haven't even mentioned what the plot of the actual thing is, which is just genuinely shocking. So, it is that the turtles, after finishing their bucket list, realise they haven't gotten a present for Splinter, so have to go on a journey to the local shop in New York City to get him one. Yes, this sounds like the plot of a short, and I'm guessing it was supposed to be because this thing is like 5 minutes, but they padded it out with a bunch of songs, which is the main focus I really have. Honestly, the plot is just kind of, I don't want to say generic, but it's essentially generic, and it doesn't really amount to much other than them getting him a present within like 5 seconds of being in the actual shop. Wow, you were really building up to a climactic moment here. And they just look scary when they're in the actual shop, which is clearly not a shop, it's a backdrop with a bunch of Christmas lights. Why? And what is that pizza? Ew. We cut to them being there back at their warehouse, I'm guessing, to wrap up Splinter's present with a song called Rap Rap, rapped by Leo. I hate Leo.
Wrapping up presents, it happens once a year. I do my best when I'm wrapping my gifts. I take a lot of pride when I put the gift inside of the rap.
Again, to mention padding, this song lasts for way too long and just loses its welcome within 30 seconds of actually existing. I don't know why they for some reason didn't delegate this to a nice character moment or a scene where we actually get to see Splinter before the ending, so we get to see how their dynamic is and don't just picture him as some forgotten character who only appears for the last 5 seconds so we don't care about him. Like, why does this thing actually exist other than just, padding for VHS rights? It's annoying and it shouldn't exist, and Leo's rapping voice really isn't that good. And I didn't like his Jamaican version of Deck the Halls already, but this is taking it too far, Leo. I hate you. You were once my favourite Ninja Turtle. What did they do to you? I can give them this though. The lighting shots here don't look too bad. I mean, they're not amazing or anything, but it seems like they did have a good lighting team because this doesn't look as bad as I thought it would. I find it ironic how the lighting here is better than the one in Tmnt 3, but anyways. We're gonna skip to when we see Splinter, and oh my days, what is that thing? That's no Splinter. He looks like an actual Splinter. What is that over there? Why has he got a big afro? Is he part of the Jackson 5? What is this? It's questionable whether this thing's budget wasn't like 25p. What is that? I mean, he already looked worse from when he appeared in like the third film, but why does he look like that? That's not Splinter. That's not even a rat. He looks more like a guinea pig. Not to mention how his voice is a lot more insufferable and just genuinely, I don't like how they, for some reason, thought that having a more breathy, stoic, whispery voice would be better than a more over-the-top dramatic but still dark and brooding version of his voice. I don't like this one.
Tom man who covers 3 skateboards, 2 comic books, and a pizza with pepperoni.
All he does is just sound like your average smoker. Like, his lungs, I'm genuinely shocked, aren't blown off his chest, because what was that? That didn't sound like an actual human, unless that human's lungs had been imploding 5 seconds before entering the recording booth. Also, where did Mikey get that slice of pizza? If you couldn't already tell from the clip I previously played, this song is a version of 12 Days of Christmas, and it is not good. I can still appreciate the creativity with all the lines and that, but it doesn't make up for how boring it is and how long it lasts. Like, even Leo at the end talks about how long it is.
Oh man, awesome! I can't believe you got through that one. It's only like the longest song ever written.
Also, I just realized this is the first time I'm playing the Turtles' voices as a clip without it being a part of one of the songs, and they don't really sound amazing either. I noticed that they always constantly use slang terms, and along with their voices, they're just over the top and overly exaggerated, and I don't like them.
All I want to know is what you got for us to give to Splinter.
Splinter? No way, Jose! Like, Splinter was not on my list!
Very funny, Mikey.
For reference, all I had to do was play Mikey and Raph, and you can already tell what all of them sound like. All of them sound like that, and they're all insufferable. I can't stand how any of them sound at all. It's just slightly over the top done. I get that they're supposed to be from New York, but you didn't have to give them such annoying girthy accents. Also, I noticed that the colors they use are very similar. Like, I sometimes struggle to tell the difference between Raph and Mikey because their bandanas are a similar shade of red as they are to orange. Also, there's a song I missed at the beginning.
Up from the sewer into the streets. Up from the sewer into the streets.
And that's enough of that. So after painstakingly searching far and wide to find a lovely present that they could give to their master Splinter, Splinter just tells them that he straight up doesn't care about what they get them, and that all that matters is that they're his sons. So all of that was for nothing.
Of being with those who you love and thinking of those less fortunate than you. Remember, my sons, that your love for me is the greatest gift you could bestow, and the only gift I will ever need.
This message is just very generic and really wasn't necessary. But then it leads into a scene where we see Mikey at the phone booth kind of recreating a scene from the first film, and all it does is just remind me of how good that film is.
And no anchovies! No anchovies. And I mean no anchovies. You put anchovies on this thing and you're in big trouble, okay?
It all culminates with a song sung by Splinter, the Turtles, and a bunch of kids that randomly appeared in the Turtles' lair called We Wish You a Turtles Christmas. Oh, it's the title of the thing. Would you have guessed it's a version of We Wish You a Merry Christmas? You might be wondering what my thoughts on this are after everything. Well, I think it's just not very good. I think it fails at a bunch of things it tries to set up. I think it has a lackluster story that's hidden behind a bunch of music. And I think the Turtles aren't really represented as they should here. Their voices don't match how they should be. And Splinter looks like a ran-over pigeon. I just don't think this is very good. Also, for some reason, they kidnapped a bunch of children at the end. Their faces are nightmare fuel. I don't think it's well written, the songs are boring, and this thing was a failure. Wait till next time where I talk about turtle tunes instead of the Sonic mobile game retrospective because that's taking me 2 months to complete. And bye. Now if you'll excuse me, I'll go jump off a cliff after watching.